For cattle producers, the growing season is a race against time, a race to capture the peak nutritional value of a crop and preserve it for the months when pastures are dormant. For generations, the two heavyweight champions of forage preservation have been hay and silage. Both start with the same goal, but they take fundamentally different paths to get there. Welcome to our head-to-head comparison of silage and hay. This is one of the biggest decisions a producer can make, with major implications for equipment, labor, and herd nutrition. There's no single right answer. The best choice depends entirely on your goals, your scale, your climate, and your management style. In this video, we'll break down the pros and cons of each system to help you decide which one is the better fit for your beef operation. Part 1. The classic champion, making dry hay. Let's start with the one we all know, hay. The principle is simple. We cut the forage and let the sun and wind dehydrate it down to a moisture level of about 15 to 18%, where it's stable for long-term storage. The pros of hay: lower initial investment. For a smaller operation, the equipment needed to make hay, a mower, a rake, and a baler, is generally less expensive and more readily available than silage equipment. Flexibility and portability. Bales are easy to transport and sell. You can feed a single bale to a small group of animals or move a whole load to a distant pasture. This flexibility is a huge advantage for many producers. Long-term stability. Once hay is properly cured and stored under cover, it is very stable. It doesn't require perfect management to keep from spoiling, and there's less risk of catastrophic loss compared to a poorly managed silage pile. The cons of hay: high weather dependency. This is the biggest challenge. You need a multi-day window of dry, sunny weather to make good hay. A single, unexpected rainstorm can ruin a cutting, leading to mold and significant nutrient loss. Higher harvest losses. As hay dries in the field, the most nutritious parts, the leaves, become brittle. The mechanical action of raking and baling can shatter these leaves, leaving a significant portion of the best nutrients on the ground. Lower nutritional quality. Potentially. Because of the dry down time and leaf shatter, hay made from the same field will almost always have a lower energy and protein value than silage harvested at the same time. Part 2. The fermentation. Powerhouse. Making silage. Now let's talk about silage. With silage, we don't dry the crop. We harvest it at a much higher moisture level, around 50 to 65%. Chop it fine and pack it tightly into a storage structure like a bunker, a bag, or a wrapped bale to remove all the oxygen. This oxygen-free environment allows beneficial bacteria to ferment the plant's sugars into acids. These acids act as a natural preservative, pickling the forage and locking in its nutrients, much like making sauerkraut. The pros of silage: preserves higher nutrient quality. Because it's harvested wetter and faster, silage avoids the leaf shatter and respiration losses associated with making hay. This means it typically retains more energy and protein, leading to better animal performance. Less weather dependency. You only need a short window of good weather to cut and chop the forage. A cloudy day isn't a problem, which provides a massive advantage in unpredictable climates. Wider range of crops. Many crops that are difficult to dry for hay, like corn, can be easily made into excellent silage. The cons of silage: high initial investment. The equipment required for silage, especially a self-propelled forage harvester, is extremely expensive. This is why it's often done by custom harvesters or very large operations. Management is critical. Silage is not forgiving. If it's not chopped at the right length, packed tightly enough, or sealed perfectly, oxygen will get in and cause massive spoilage. A mistake can lead to the loss of the entire pile. Feeding and handling challenges. Silage is heavy and requires equipment like a tractor with a front-end loader to handle and feed it out every day. Once a pile is opened, you must feed it fast enough to stay ahead of spoilage where the silage is exposed to the air. It's not as portable or flexible as hay. Which system wins for you? So, what's the verdict? Host. Hay is often the better choice for smaller operations with less capital for equipment. Producers who need the flexibility to feed small groups or sell excess forage. Operations in dry, arid climates where making hay is more reliable. Silage is often the better choice for larger operations that can justify the equipment cost and have the labor to manage it. Producers focused on maximizing the performance of high-production animals, like in a feedlot or a dairy. Operations in wetter, more humid climates where getting hay dry is a constant battle. The choice between hay and silage is a long-term, strategic decision. Analyze your climate, your scale, your capital, and your management abilities. The best system is the one that allows you to consistently and reliably put up high-quality forage to fuel your herd all year long. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.